not. No, it's pretty nice.
Hey, Coach, how excited are you guys to be playing at Husky Stadium after having 2 consecutive road games?
Yeah, there's no place like home. And I think this will be one of those games that, everybody will be excited about. I do think this is one of the games that can make this the greatest setting in college football. You get an afternoon game and, a really good opponent coming in here. And I know our fans will be excited. I'm excited to see the environment as much as our team.
Trey Adams said he'd like to hear crowd noise even when you guys are on offense on that side of the ball.
Yeah, we probably will, but we really need it when our defense is out there. Trey needs to just stay in his lane. Make sure we're good there.
Have you actually seen, I'm sure you have, examples of playing in the stadium where the crowd is so loud where you can notice that the offense can't function out there?
Well, we've already had it this year, without question. And it's interesting, we watch a lot of tape from different people around the country, and it's just always amazing when you're watching a game and there's 3 or 5 false starts, and when that happens, that is a huge problem. I mean, not just on those 3 or 4 plays, just in general for them to have to battle that, and guys can get off an account late, and we've had to do it when we go on the road. It was quite an environment down there last year, and so like I said, I'm excited to see our fans.
Do you think that weather will have any role in this game on Saturday?
I don't really think so. Yeah. I mean, I think both teams are used to, being in this kind of environment, this kind of weather. It hasn't been bad, but it's colder than it was last week for us. But this is what we're more used to.
We're already going quite so much on 4th down. How much does that change the defensive philosophy?
Doesn't change it at all. We just got to play good defense. They went for a bunch last year and did a good job against us. So we just got to play good defense.
When you look at their defense after the Auburn game and the single digits and all this stuff there, is there a common denominator that you guys have been able to?
I don't even think after the Auburn game. I think they played an elite team in Auburn and battled really well. Auburn had to come back, but they had to earn everything that they got. And, guys make plays, and that's what you have to do on a good defense. Like, you're not going to get them or trick them. Wideout's got to go make plays. Running back's going to have to break tackles. Going to have great ball security. O-line's going to have to do a great job. And, they just play well as a unit.
Chris, you talked on Monday about your history with the Handy. Has the kind of defense he's calling changed from maybe what he had at Boise to what he's calling now with Oregon, and is that based around the personnel that he has available to him?
I think there's always tweaks. Everybody's always evolving, but in general, it's the same structure. And I mean, there's a handful of defenses out there that people kind of major in, and so they got their style, and Andy's had that style for a while, and just does a great job with the details.
They've allowed 2 red zone touchdowns on defense the entire year. Talk about just kind of how critical that red zone matchup will be on Saturday.
It always is. Hopefully we get in the red zone. I mean, that's. I mean, we've been talking about that till we're blue in the face. But not only in the red zone. I mean, again, you guys were talking about after the Auburn game, we're giving up 1 touchdown a game. Mm-hmm. So it's all critical. We got to stay in manageable situations and play our best ball.
What was the difference going back to Saturday, the first couple of drives for you guys in Tucson in the red zone versus as the game went on? What did you kind of figure out there, you think?
I think it goes to rhythm. I do. I think it goes to rhythm and guys understanding you're gonna, in that red zone, you're gonna have to play assignment, perfect football. Mm-hmm. That to me is not overly complicated to play assignment perfect football. Like, you got to know your assignments, and if we don't, then we're doing too much with them as coaches. And then we got to play really fundamentally great football. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we got to have great fundamentals. But, there's a couple times that we weren't perfect on our assignments. And then if you're not perfect down there, good luck.
With a guy like Jack Westover, whether it's blocking for Savon or whether it's going out for a pass, have you found maybe a red zone thing there, a wrinkle that you guys think you can exploit?
Well, I think we're always into trying to find guys' roles. And then you try to expand them roles, whether it's on special teams, whether it's on a certain package on offense or defense. And so, that was our way to start getting Jack involved and, that kind of red zone type package. And, like I said before, earlier in the week, he's a really good athlete that can do some nice things, and hopefully we can keep developing him.
I know in talking really early on, even before he came in the fall, I know Coach Paopao. I mean, they had talked during fall camp just how he thought he had the potential to be a guy you guys could really utilize. Is that something you saw from the very first moment you laid eyes on him?
Well, like I said before, I think the issue that we had with Jack was just him staying healthy, even in high school. So there wasn't a lot out there tape-wise, but we knew what kind of athlete he was. He showed flashes. We just didn't have a lot of tape on him. And then when he came here, it was a little bit of the same thing, We just wanted to make sure he could stay healthy so he could develop, and that's what he's been doing.
Hey, and if you guys don't have Newton this week, how are you different as a red zone sort of offense then?
You like to recruit to a style, and a guy goes down. You don't change your entire approach. You still got to do what you got to do to be successful in the things you think works for your team.
What are the specific challenges of preparing for that pistol offense versus maybe other offenses you've seen so far this year?
Well, I think the main challenge is they got really good players. That's always a problem from the start. And then, I think their mindset, they're a physical team. They run the ball. It's a run first. They're pretty balanced. They got a big league quarterback, but that's a run first team. I mean, they're gonna keep hammering in there, and they got a really good experienced offensive line to go with it. And so it's just when you recruit good players and you get them in their rhythm and into their system, that's what you see.
Do previous losses motivate you ever?
All the time, but it's not probably what you're thinking. I mean,
you're not sitting around all week long thinking about what happened last year down there.
not last
obviously.
year, last week.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's how you're motivated. Like, how do we fix ourselves from last week? That's what it always is. I mean, that'd be ridiculous to be. I mean, Stewing us. Yeah, that's not how we operate, right? I mean, maybe that's how you operate. I don't know. But it's like every week you're motivated, and even when you win, I mean, there was enough things in that other game that you're like, okay, this is not, it's not right.
What specifically caught your attention about last week, even in a win?
The lack of execution early on.
Yeah.
And so, okay, what is going on here? How do we get in this rhythm? And so it's those type of things that are extremely motivating.
Is it though anything that you take from that loss last year? When it was so close and it was in the sort of back.
You take everything from every game, and that's all we do is try to learn and improve. I don't care if you win or lose. That was a heck of a game last year. Both sides left it all on the field. That's what big time college football should look like. Now, is there nuances and all those type of things? There's some things that we did really well that we learned as well. So you're always learning.
How much did that moment last year, you think, for Peyton Henry kind of mold him as a guy and maybe even turn into a positive for him? 14 for 14 so far this year. How big was that for him to kind of move past that?
I think that same line of thought that we're talking about. Whether you're doing really well, you have to keep learning from, like, why am I doing well? And when things doesn't go right, okay, how do I fix this? And just keep that mindset of just, I'm truly in the moment, I'm truly grinding. And that's what he's done. And I worry about as much, when a guy's not having success as when we're having a bunch of success. That's easy to really slide.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this all figured out. The three worst, words a coach can hear is, I got you. I got you. I got you. No, you don't have us. We don't say that to us. And so it's just that mindset where it's like just right back to square one.
How often do you hear that?
Very, very little, because when it does come out of their mouth, they say, okay, I'm on it. I'll get it done.
What's your relationship like with Cristobal?
Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, since last year, you don't spend much time around the other coaches. There's a couple meetings that we have, and the meetings are short, and there's 11 other guys, and so it just hasn't been that much time.
What's Nick Harris's status for Saturday?
Who's?
Nick Harris.
Week to week.
All right, that's good.
Great question.
Richard Newton?
Great question.